Hey people of YouTube, my name is NFS Beast and today I want to talk with you all on why I think the score that IGN gave NFS Payback is utter BS. Let's begin, shall we? Oh, before we do, I want to explain that I will go over how Payback is more well made than past games. Those games in particular are NFS Rivals, NFS 2015, and NFS Most Wanted 2012. Let's go! In case you didn't know, IGN, the gaming reviewers I like, or at least liked, gave NFS Payback a score of 5.9. You may think that the game deserves it, but hold on. Why on earth are you giving a racing arcade game with more features than Most Wanted 2012, Rivals, and NFS 2015 a lower score than them? I clearly don't get the point at all. NFS Payback has a lot of cars, more than Rivals, NFS 2015, and Most Wanted 2012. It also has a huge open world that you can explore, a great story, a lot of customization, neon lights, drag racing, and clearly, there is a lot more to do than in the past 3 NFS titles. In NFS 2015, the game was clearly broken at launch, less customization options, a basic storyline, broken cops, meaning that the police drove extremely terrible as if they don't deserve a license, and it had nighttime only. NFS Payback has improved cops, customization, story, driving physics, and a day-night cycle. IGN claims that NFS Payback was 2 steps back for the franchise. Are you goddamn serious? I heard from a lot of people that NFS Payback is a huge leap forward. NFS 2015 was obviously made for the Underground fans. It had a lot of things that Underground 1 and 2 had. Night only, no hypercars like the beginning Hawaii era, Koenigsegg, and Hennessy Venom, and a cast of characters who spoke street slang. NFS 2015 had a 6.3, I heard. NFS Payback had a 5.9. That is just nonsense. NFS Payback clearly has more features. Yes, the online and lack of freedom police is annoying. That is clearly a negative on my books, but other than that, the game clearly is offering a lot more on the plate than NFS 2015. It's just sad that an online-only, nighttime restricted, broken physics-packed game— by the way, I am not bashing Need for Speed 2015, it's just logical, alright? Have a higher score than a complete, pausable, night and day cycle included, more immersive story, racing game with more to give. Okay, NFS Rivals. Do I like the game? And I am not lying. I do. I regret trading in my copy of the game. NFS Rivals had a dark storyline, but NFS Paybacks is even more. You get to see who you play as in NFS Payback, but in Rivals, you only get to see the drivers if you go out and drive in the tiny world of Redview County, which I heard is a reskinned Seacrest County. NFS Rivals does have a unique style to it. There are a lot of unique cars, like the GT Español, Jaguar CX-75 prototype, Lamborghini Muera concept, and that sexy Lamborghini Gallardo Super Trofeo concept. There were also returning older cars from previous games like the XJ220 from NFS 2, F50 from NFS 2, Carrera GT from Most Wanted 2005, and the F1 LM from Hot Pursuit 2. But listing cars is not the point of this video. The point is, NFS Rivals had truly amazing cars. The story was unique, the high-stakes risk and reward system is something out of ordinary, and it had the return of Pursuit Tech, which I know is controversial. But you see, it had broken glitches, the low-tier cars were restricted from having full Pursuit Tech, cops would get annoying at Heat 10, in fact, they were impossible to shake off. Yeah, it's true. They would mainly chase you for no reason, upgrades were useless, and of course, the game was unpausable. NFS Payback has extremely improved. The cops aren't that of an annoyance, plenty of cars, awesome upgrades, unlimited garage space. The game caters to exotics, tuners, and in-between too. NFS Rivals, however, was like a final nod to the exotic, Hot Pursuit style racing. It felt like a spiritual sequel to High Stakes, but it did not have a lot of things that Payback has. The game Rivals is truly amazing. The game Need for Speed Rivals, of course. But the few cons, outweigh the countless pros. I still love the game though. IGN gave NFS Rivals 9.0? Yeah. while they gave Payback a 5.9. Come on! Of course, the final game that I will discuss, the game that many, except me and some people whom I'm friends with, hate, NFS Most Wanted 2012. Now, the game had a truly unique carjacking feature. The online was really great, and the car selection is just really beautiful. You do have to remember that Most Wanted 2012 was supposed to be a direct sequel to the original Most Wanted, but got scrapped at the last minute. The city is just really beautiful, and racing is highly intense. The main problems that turn many off is lack of customization, I understand that. The single player mode, I also believe the lack of doing anything new after you fully complete the game, and the fact that it essentially is a Burnout Paradise with licensed cars and watered down elements. NFS Payback did a better job, having a more open world and immersive story. Hell, Most Wanted 2012, didn't even have a story. The game NFS Payback is also made in the year 2017, while Most Wanted 2012 was made in, you guessed it, 2012. A lot of features of Most Wanted 2012 were also removed. NFS Payback also, has yet to be found with hidden stuff. IGN gave NFS Most Wanted 2012 a 9 out of 10. A 9 out of fucking 10. And it irks me on how a 2012 racing game with less features and is essentially a watered down Burnout Paradise have such a higher score than a game with many features that fans wanted. Compared to Most Wanted 2012, Payback had a lot more cars, it had customization, it had improved physics, it had a story mode. Yeah! Most Wanted 2012 is a Burnout Paradise replica, and I love the game. It's just that it's a watered down variant of another legendary racing game. Keep in mind that it was EA's fault that they pushed a tight time period for Criterion games. Now look, Criterion is basically dead, but this is a topic for another video. Anyways, what I want to say is that no matter how good an NFS is, people will always bash it. Yes, loot boxes and microtransactions are bad and it hurts Payback, but you got a near perfect NFS game. Fans love it. All these 3 past games I mentioned, they all are unique. They all are good, and they all have their own unique flair equipped as well. NFS Payback, on the other hand, does a better job in pleasing more of the fanatics of car culture, its truth, and logic. Yet here we are with some biased, opinionated review that probably might destroy this franchise by sending the wrong message to people wanting to buy the game, telling them that the game is bad even though the game is actually really, really good. People are going to look at Payback on their local Target shelves or PlayStation Store or Xbox Marketplace and then say, oh, that IGN review says that this game is garbage! Even though it isn't. You see, biased reviews that do not tell the whole picture are hurting the gaming franchises that we love. Reviewing an arcade racer created by a smaller studio versus a simulation game created by a larger studio is indeed unfair. Even though they're both racing, arcade games do not focus too much on realism. Simulators do. Now that we have gone over the differences of NFS Payback versus the past games, I will review the game by my own view. Let's go. Visuals. The visuals are extremely beautiful. Scenery is breathtaking, graphics are stunning, and if you own a PS4 Pro or an Xbox One X, you're in for a bigger treat. I give it a 9.8. Story. The story is cliched, as you expected, but it is really awesome. Heists and missions are very solid and rewarding. Characters are unique, new and fresh, and it's great to see a more immersive, dark, unique storyline with many great callbacks to past NFS games. Heck, Aki Kimura of Noisebomb is back, Cross from 2005 Most Wanted is mentioned, Ryan Cooper is also mentioned. The story does take influences from competitors such as GTA 5 for the 3 characters and possibly the added customization, the crew for the performance upgrades, perks, map, and I believe Derelicts 2, or its influencers are Forza. For that, I give it a 9.0. Fits in with the game really well, and I hope there are expansions to the story. Content. I must say, the cars, customization, and map size are a mega step forward from past games. You get 78 cars with unique specs, purchasable garages, a big, beautiful, lovely world map, and improved customization. Keep in mind that Ghost Games is like, what, a small studio still hiring? And do not expect like a million of body kits or bumpers for JDM or any vehicle in general. Ghost is carving their own path, and the age of techie spoilers, body kits, 40-inch chrome wheels is over, at least in video games. There are derelicts, chips, smashable billboards, and jumps in Need for Speed Payback. That is a plus there. Oh, there is no free roam cops, like cops that chase you in free roam, or an online free roam. But clearly, 1, that's not a big deal. The main objective is to finish the house gang, not outrun cops. And 2, I am not gonna play online NFS unfortunately because I got a life, okay? I got other games to play. I promised a year ago I would create other than just Need for Speed videos. I still create NFS videos, but I also create GTA, anime, MLP videos as well. And anyways, I give the score of content in NFS Payback a 9.4. Multiplayer. Again, no split screen. Either Ghost doesn't care or it's just gone for good. But the multiplayer is just like every other generic title in gaming nowadays. There are glitches and no online free roam. I must say, if a split screen should be added, you should be able to play as one character and player 2 can play as the other character. Or maybe all 3 characters can be controlled by 3 players. But either way, it seems as if online is the only focus. And in short, NFS Payback's online mode is just bland and such. I do commend Ghost Games for this time, leaving us the option to play single player or not. I'll give this a score of 3.9. Please feel free to disagree. In conclusion, I give the game a 9.1 out of 10 because it seems as if Ghost Games has truly stepped their game up. The main advantages that this game has is that there is a pausable offline mode, improved physics, immersive storyline, more content, bigger map, beautiful visuals, and really great car selection. IGN really isn't going to be my favorite game reviewer if they keep on doing this shit. Ghost Games, you did really awesome. 2 thumbs up for you. And your masterpiece. There are some minor areas for improvement, but yes, a definitive buy for me. So, from what I learned, it's that big name reviewers must not be trusted, because they'll diss your favorite game in like, what, 10 minutes? And give the most controversial titles a higher score. It just doesn't make sense. Darker games are not prettier. The Frostbite engine is truly stunning in daylight. Dark titles hide certain things you might not pick out in time. The city is more complete, let's admit it. Tyler is sounding lifeless. Mac is lively and brilliant. Jess has attitude, and technically, video games were never about grade AAA dialogue. Yet you criticize them for that. NFS never had grade A dialogue. If you want that, go read a play, or watch a movie. NFS Payback is an action-oriented, dramatic car racing video game. People complained the AI was too easy on you. That's why it's buffed up in Payback. Why, IGN? Why you criticize the AI? Street racing is different than track racing. Tougher AI has personality. Doesn't necessarily mean over-aggressive AI. Calling speed cards a gamble? The game has tuning shops. Good grief. Shipments have free speed card coins. You have the option to grind. Overall, IGN, you have a huge following. You need to live up to it. If I were to choose whether or not to take a billion-dollar company like Pizza Hut or a tiny establishment's food, if a small establishment has great reviews, I would take Giordano's over Pizza Hut. NFS Payback isn't perfect, but it's not bad either. I don't care if you dislike my video and suck IGN's dick. IGN is literally hurting NFS with that low score. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Please like and subscribe if you think I am a good YouTuber and made a great video. And peace out, peeps!